Hey everybody, how's it going? I'm Paul, I'm with the Dicey Review, and today we have started off our solo campaign of Doomsday Countdown from Space Marine Adventures. We're going to try and play through all three scenarios. This was the first scenario, the breach, where we were just trying to survive a bit and plug some holes. More scenarios will come. There are 3 total, but I hope you enjoy this one. Hey everybody, how's it going? So now we're down at the table, and we are going to be playing today the Space Marine Adventures Doomsday Countdown co-op game. So we're going to be playing through, eventually, hopefully, all 3 scenarios, which you can see in the back of the rulebook here, all the different scenarios that you can play in a campaign game. There are 3 total scenarios that you can play. So we're going to be trying to play the Stage 1 Breach scenario today. So we're going to set things up really quickly to their basic level, and then I'll show you kind of how setup continues from there. All right, so we are getting set up here. The next step is to build the map, and how you do that in this first game of the campaign is you're going to be using an elevator tile, which is this tile right here. This is the tile that you will escape on if you're able to complete your objectives. So what you'll do is you will shuffle this elevator tile into the first half of the stack of tiles that you have here. Then you're going to shuffle your other stack of tiles, put those on the bottom, and then put the tiles with the elevator on top. And you will slowly start building the map out on the board by picking an open passageway and then starting to place tiles until you completely build the map. So what we'll do is I will go ahead and start placing these tiles out. So you'll draw the first one and you pick anywhere you want to. So I could pick right here. So let's say, for instance, we picked it like this, and we have to just start placing these in such a way that we leave an open pathway if we can. You then move to the next clockwise open area right here. So I'll do this and say it goes this way, and then you move down to your next open area, and you continue like this until the board is completely filled. Now there will be some situations like you see here where you'll have some dead ends, and that's okay. As the map gets built out, you'll have to continue to try and build as you can. Right here would be the next spot, so we would then place a tile, and once again we're going to have 2 dead ends right there because this one doesn't have any type of opening to this tile. So now we pick this space right here and just continue to build until your map is completely built out. All right, so after all is said and done, our map looks like this. It's kind of a crazy maze of passageways. But what'll happen is once you get your map set up, you will then place your 3 Space Marines on the middle space of the game board. So you've got their starting spaces right here. And then you will go ahead and place out these Chaos Cultist people. So you'll randomly place these people out. You'll first cover up these 3 spaces that show the manhole cover. These are the places where they are coming in. And then after you do that, so we'll do this person right here, you'll then pick 1 open edge tile. So like for instance this one, and you'll start placing people on these open edge tiles. And then you'll move around to the next completely open one in clockwise order and start placing them like that. So I've got one right here, and then the next open one would be right here. So this is how the map is going to start out. And we'll go ahead and place our timer. This is a little spin down die, so you get 20 turns to try and do what you're trying to do in the game. So we'll go ahead and place that on the elevator tile. This is the tile that we're trying to escape on after we've completed our objectives. You'll place your cultist cards out on the board. These are going to be the cards that show the cultists' values that they have to roll to hit you, and then also if they have any special abilities, they'll be listed here. I should probably swap these around because these 2 people have special abilities. And then these are going to be your 3 Space Marine health status cards right here. So we can go ahead and place those out as well. Each one of these Space Marines is going to have an action die that they get to use during the game. These are the cultist action cards right here, so I'll go ahead and place them somewhere near the play area, and right here is fine. And then these are our item cards that we'll get. So in this campaign version, I believe you get 9 cards total, so we'll go ahead and shuffle up these cards and draw out 9. And the trick with this is that these 9 cards are abilities, special things that we can do depending on the situation, but they are one-time use, and we only get these 9 cards for the entire 3 scenarios in the campaign. So we have to pick and choose wisely when we use these cards. Other than that, what we are going to need to have handy is our wound tokens. Each Space Marine can only take 3 hits before they are knocked out, before they're destroyed. And then also we will need to have our activation tokens. This is going to show which Space Marine has activated, because after a Space Marine is activated, you will mark them to show that they can't go again until the other Space Marines have gone. And then we'll also need these seal tokens, because we're going to be trying to seal these manholes around the map to make sure that no more Chaos Cultists can come up through those spots. All right, so now that that's been done, we're ready to start playing, and our goal in this first objective is simple. We have all of these Chaos Cultists swarming, trying to kill us, get us, basically, and our goal is to simply take out these Chaos Cultists if we can, seal off these spaces right here where more Chaos Cultists are doing, and escape once all 3 of these are sealed onto this elevator tile, and we have 20 turns to do it before a Doomsday device will activate and mess everything up. We also have these 9 cards that can give us special free abilities or powerful abilities that will help us. I'll have those off screen and we'll potentially use them depending on the situation and if it would help. But the way this game works is we're going to follow a sequence of a Space Marine will activate, then Chaos Cultists will take a turn, then Chaos Cultists will respawn, and then we'll need to count down a turn showing that 1 turn is passed. So starting off, if you're playing solo, which I am, you're controlling all 3 Space Marines. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be picking one of the 3 Space Marines to activate. Now, each time a Space Marine activates, you get 3 actions, and you may have some potential bonuses because each Space Marine has a special ability. I think I'm going to start off with Brother Sergeant Artellus. He is kind of I guess, the sergeant of the group, so he can command people and give 1 free action. His special ability says once during each of Artellus's activations after he makes a move or attack action, pick a Space Marine, including Artellus. That Space Marine makes a free move or attack action. So I have 4 total actions, potentially, if I use them for him, 3 that he can use. Well, essentially I have 4 actions because of his special ability. So each time you take an action, a move would be considered an action. So what I could do, for instance, is I could say 1, 2. Those are 2 of my actions. I now have a 3rd action left and a freebie action since he has moved that I could either let him use or I could let one of the other Space Marines use. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my 3rd action to try and attack this Chaos Cultist. So the way attacking works, each Space Marine has an ability that they're trying to, a value that they're trying to roll. So for instance, all of our Space Marines are trying to roll a 3 or higher because there's a little 3 on the top left of this card. And you can attack somebody as long as you can see them. So basically, if I can draw a straight line and I can see other people along that straight line, I have line of sight to be able to attack them. And figures don't block each other. So if this person were right here, I could attack them if I wanted to. But since this person is right there, I think I want to just try and attack them. So I'm going to roll Brother Artellus's die and hope for a 3 or higher. A 5, sweet. So if you get the value that you're trying to roll, you take out that enemy. They are removed from the map. So that's my 3rd action. What I could do, if I wanted to, is I could give the 4th freebie action to Brother Artellus himself and have him move 1 further space right here. This is going to get me to the tile that I need to close off. And the nice thing is that if you are blocking this spot right here, they won't spawn on top of you right there. So that'll stop another enemy from spawning right under my nose. So now that this guy has activated, I'll go ahead and place this activation token on that character, and it will now be the Chaos Cultist turn. So the way that they activate is you turn over a card and do what the card says. So this one says, Howling Advance. Each Chaos Cultist makes 1 move action and then 1 attack action. So what's going to happen is each Chaos Cultist is going to move 1. If any of them are then able to attack, they will do so. and they attack just like the Space Marines. Now, after they've all moved, no one has a direct line of sight to any of the Space Marines, so no attacking will happen. It will then be the respawning step for the Chaos Cultists. So normally what you do is if there are any open... oh, this person needs to move as well, sorry. If there are any open manhole spaces, you'll go ahead and place a Chaos Cultist on one of those manholes, so I could have picked either one of these. I will go ahead and say that this is where this Chaos Cultist will respawn. Then we'll count down to 19, showing that a turn has passed, and it will then be the Space Marine's turn again. I will activate one Space Marine to take their turn. And what I need to start doing is I need to start moving these Space Marines, I think, towards the other tunnels to see if we can start to seal them off. So what I may do is I may pick, let's see, Brother Ghislaine to activate. So Brother Ghislaine is this model, I believe. Brother Ghislaine has a special ability. It says once during each of his activations when making a move action, Ghislaine can move into a tile that contains a single Chaos Cultist. And if he does, that Chaos Cultist is slain, which is really powerful, I think, with this champion, because this champion's special ability is normally you have to hit this champion twice to knock them out. When the champion would be slain, instead place a wound counter next to them instead. If there's already a wound counter next to the champion is slain. So moving in and killing a champion would be really powerful. I don't know if that's how that works, though. I'll have to check on that rule. But what I may do is I'll just go ahead and activate him going here and then see if I can take out this heavy gunner. This heavy gunner is really annoying to have on the battlefield because they can hit on a 4 or higher and all the other people hit on a 5 or higher. So having this gunner taken out would be really nice. So what I'll do is I'll move for 1 and attack this gunner for 2 to see if I can take them out. Yes, I rolled a 4, so this gunner is slain. So they go off the battlefield. And I think I could try and move 1 space further to see if I can get closer to my objective here. Now the bad news is I'm moving on top of a trap tile, these tiles that have these red lasers on them. Anytime you move into these, you have to roll a die, and if you roll a 1, 2, or 3, which I rolled a 4, fantastic, you would take a wound. So I avoided the traps. So Brother Ghislaine has taken their turn. Now it's going to be the Chaos Cultist's turn. So Howling Advance, we're going to move and attack again, and this one is going to hit some people, unfortunately. So let's go around this way first. So we'll go here, here, nobody's attacked there, we'll go here. Now we'll go here, and this person now has line of sight, so they will attempt to attack Brother Ghislaine. So these initiates have to roll a 5 or higher to hit, so let's see what happens. A 2, we're safe here. This champion is moving here now, getting very close to being able to attack a couple of people. So we will now have to move with this person, and this person can now see Brother Sergeant Artellus, so they will also try and attack. This is a grenadier, or a specialist rather. They have the ability to attack more than 1 Space Marine in their space if they move in. Oh, and a 5 hits. So this Space Marine, Brother Sergeant Artellus, will now take a wound. Now we could, if we wanted to, Martial Precision Tactical, let's see here. No, what was it? What was it? We marched for... We could, I believe, play this card, Enhanced Fortitude, it says, play this card before a Space Marine would be wounded. That Space Marine is not wounded. I might save that one because this guy's going to get attacked again for sure, I feel like, because it's going to be another turn before he can activate, because this person has to activate next, and this person will be close to attacking them. So I think I may save that card and see if I can avoid a wound later, because these cards also have to last for all 3 scenarios. So that person just takes a wound. Now we will do the whole respawn thing. So let's find an open tunnel tile. Ooh, I guess we go right here. Man, this is going to be a brutal pathway with the champion and a a gunner, heavy gunner. We'll see. I'll put him right there. Okay, so now we're down to turn 18. Let's see what happens next. Next, we will activate, and we'll have to activate Brother Cicerin, or Cicerin. He has a kind of a cool ability that lets him re-roll on really bad rolls. So what we may do here, since we have two objectives down here that these people need to both kind of work on, I'll move Brother Cicerin right here. This will give him the ability, basically his ability says if he can see another Space Marine, including himself, and they roll a 1 or a 2, they get to re-roll that attack once if they're trying to attack. So this is a nice spot for him to be because he has line of sight to this person who's going to need to be attacking this way, and he has some attacking that he needs to do himself. So basically on some bad re-rolls, I believe it's once per activation. Oh no, it's just re-roll, roll the die for a second time if you roll a 1 or a 2, which is really fantastic because I need to attack this champion. This champion, like we said, has a special ability where if they are slain, if they're hit, they get a second chance, basically. So you have to hit them twice to kill them. So I'm going to go ahead and use my second and third actions to try and take out this champion. So first attack, we rolled a 1. Fantastic. We can re-roll that 1 because of this person's ability. The second roll was a 2. So that one fails, unfortunately. So let's try a third attack action. And let's see here, and is there a way that we can cheat out another attack action to see if we can get rid of this champion, because they're really going to start messing up our business if we can't take them out this turn. Oh man, I don't know that I have a way to play a second attack action. Oh, I do. Okay, so tactical doctrines. This one says, play this card after a Space Marine has made both a move action and an attack action during their activation. That Space Marine can make a free move action or a free attack action, then discard this card. So we lose that card, unfortunately, but I feel like this is an important conflict where we need to try and take out this champion if we can. So here's a second attack action that's free because of the card that we played. A 2, good grief. Okay, so we get to roll again. 5, finally. Okay, so we got 1 hit. Now we need to do our final third attack action, see if we can take this person out. We rolled a 5. Fantastic. So this person is off the board. They will come right back, but that gives us a little bit of time and a clear path to follow. So that is that Space Marine's activation. All 3 Space Marines have activated, which means that I can now pick any Space Marine to activate on my turn again. But first, we have to go through some attacks. So closing in, each Chaos Cultist makes 1 move action. So this is bad because we'll go ahead and move these people. Move. Chaos Cultists will always move towards the closest Space Marine, so they're going to try and close in. But, so this person will move. But if a cultist wants to move and they can't, they can never move onto the same tile as a Space Marine, but if they're wanting to move and they can't, because of that, they just attack instead. So anytime somebody would move into a Space Marine space, they just attack them. So that's going to happen twice. So we'll go ahead and roll for this person, hitting on a 5+, does not hit. We'll roll for this person, hitting on a 5+, does not hit. So we avoided the attacks there, which is fantastic. Now we will go ahead and count down. We're at turn 17, and then it will be the next round. Now, I think who I want to activate next is once again Brother Sergeant Artellus, and this could be a really big turn if things work out the way I'm thinking they could. So here's what we'll do. His first action will be a seal action. So this is an action to do this. He has sealed this opening. So we are 1/3 of the way to our objective that we're trying to accomplish. His second action will be to attack this person. Now, if we can roll well, basically, we could potentially take out 3 Chaos Cultists here if we use a War Gear card, which could be really good. So let's see if we can take this person out first. First roll, 3 or higher. 3 exactly. We got what we needed. That's fantastic. All right. That's our second action. Third action, we will make a move action. Brother Sergeant Artellus can give anyone, including himself, a free action basically if he's moved or attacked. So he's going to give himself another free attack action targeting this square here, this tile here. Now, normally I would only be able to attack one of the Chaos Cultists, but I have a War Gear card that could potentially take out a second Chaos Cultist if I'm able to slay one. So I'll go ahead and roll and see if I can roll a 3 or higher as my last action. 4, fantastic. Okay, so we're going to use this War Gear card that says, I think it's the Martial Precision. Play this card after a Chaos Cultist is slain as a result of a Space Marine's attack action. Pick another Chaos Cultist on the same tile. That Chaos Cultist is slain. And then discard the card. So we were able to, because of our extreme precision, take out 3 Chaos Cultists in that one round, which is fantastic because he was going to have a really tough fight to get to this, to be able to help the other Space Marines. Now, that being said, we are going to have to spawn 3 more Chaos Cultists as part of this respawn phase. But first, we'll go ahead and activate the Chaos Cultists that are still around. So, hidden mining charges. Roll a 6-sided die once for each surviving Space Marine on a roll of 1 or 2. That Space Marine is wounded. Not good. So basically, we're going to roll a 1 or a 2. I'll roll for left to right. Brother Gillen first. 1, he's wounded. Okay. Next, Brother Artellus. 3, he's safe. 4, he's safe. So we only took 1 damage from those hidden charges, but that's no good. Now we have to respawn. So, oh, we're actually respawning 4 Chaos Cultists. Good grief. Okay, so let's see here. I want to spawn some of the easier guys. So we'll do that guy, and this guy, and then if you've run out of spaces that you can respawn with manhole covers or openings, you pick any open edge tile, spawn a person there, and then pick the next open edge tile in clockwise direction and spawn, and continue doing that until all of the Chaos Cultists are spawned. They're not going to stop coming, basically. They respawn every round. And now we will go down to 16. But the good news is that we are really close to completing our last goal here. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to have Brother Ghislaine activate again, because he has his Hammer of Wrath ability that can kill a cultist by moving. So we're going to have some action efficiency here. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and activate him. And we will move for our first action, moving into a space with a Chaos Cultist. We'll slay that Chaos Cultist. First action. Second action, we're going to attack this Chaos Cultist right here. And we still have line of sight from Brother Cicerin, so we have a reroll on a 1 or a 2. So we're set up pretty well here. A 2, fantastic. So we get a reroll for that. And we roll a 3, which is what we need to attack this person as well. So second action was successful. Third action, we will move in here to hopefully seal off this spot on our next turn. And I'm almost wondering, well, anyway, let's go ahead and see what these Chaos Cultists do. Blitz. Each Chaos Cultist makes 1 attack action and then 1 move action. So no one can attack anywhere. So everyone's going to be making just a move action. So move, 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 move. And then we will respawn. So these two can't respawn here. They can respawn here. This is going to be a nasty train of enemies. And then let's pick this section right here. Or you know what? Let's pick this section up here. Okay, now we're down to 15 turns left in the game instead of our normal 15 turns left. So now the only person that can activate is Brother Cicerin. So I think what we're going to try and do is maybe clear out some of these enemies and see if we can start working our way towards our last goal here. Because Brother Ghislaine just activated, and now it's Brother Cicerin's turn to activate. So we could try and clear out some of these enemies. We could make a 1 action, attack action, and maybe move in here for our third action, since Brother Cicerin still can take the most hits. So let's see if we can take out this gunner first. So attack action, hopefully we're rolling a 3. 3 was rolled, this person is slain. Now we could try and attack this person to clear out things on our way out. Let's do that, actually. Let's make a second attack action for this person. Or we could move and then make a second attack action here. I just don't want things to get too gnarly for Sergeant Artellus over here. Ooh, that's a tough choice. I guess I could. I'll try and attack this person and clear things out a bit. 6. Super done. And then third action, move right here. All right, so everybody has now activated. So next turn I can activate whoever I want to. And I don't know who I'm going to choose. We'll see how that goes. First, we have to see what these Chaos Cultists do. So they will move and attack, which is bad news for this guy. And it's bad news. This person's going to move, and this person can't move, so they're just going to attack twice. So this person's going to move and attack, can't move, so attack, and then attack for their second action. So 3 total attacks coming in for Brother Cicerin, which may mean we might have to use our card to avoid a wound. We'll see. Oh, I think I have a card over here that reduces their rolls as well as the blinding. Let's see, the blind grenades. Play this card after a Space Marine activates. Place this card face up next to the battlefield until the card is discarded. Each time a Chaos Cultist make an attack action, subtract 1 from the score of their attack roll. So I could just go ahead and Brother Cicerin sees some people coming to attack them. And they throw a stun grenade. The only problem is I'm going to lose these cards for the whole campaign if I play them now. Do I think he could survive it? We're going to risk it. Rolling all 3 of these attacks. Let's see how many hit. Holy cow. 2 hits. Is it worth it? 2 hits. Can we make that 1? Let's see here. We're going to go ahead and play Enhanced Fortitude and only take 1 damage. This is bad because we're playing a lot of cards, but that two hits in 1 is a tough thing to swallow right now. So we will then go ahead and respawn these people. We'll spawn this person over here. Count it down to 14, and now it is anyone's turn to activate again. I think we need to go ahead and start and see if we can. Oh man, this is our problem spot right now. I also don't want this person to get caught over here. If I activated him, I could go 1, 2, 3 to get him closer, and then give a free attack action to this person. Or I could just go ahead and activate Brother Cicerin right away again, go 1, 2 to attack, hopefully move in to close in to our goal there. And then a new person wouldn't spawn here. So I think it's a better move to trigger Brother Cicerin. So first 2 actions are going to be attack actions. 3 hits. Second attack action, 3 hits. Third action, move in here to close in on our goal of what we're needing. I also need to seal off this spot, so this person will probably be the next person that activates. First, we have to attack with the people that are left. So each Chaos Cultist makes 1 attack action. If they can't, they make a move action. So no one can attack just yet, except for this guy. This person can't attack, so they will. Let's go ahead and make our moves, though. This person, this person, this person, this person. Everyone is closing in. This person can attack, so they're going to roll, and hopefully they roll a 4 or less. 3, fantastic. So we missed out on a hit there. So now we will respawn. So these places are blocked, so they will respawn. We'll do here, and then next in clockwise order here. Okay, so I think we want to activate. Oh man, do we want to go ahead and. So the choice here, we could activate this person, but he's kind of safe right now, and I like the idea of having this person closer. He could go 1, 2, 3. Then he could potentially give somebody a free attack action here to. Oh man, this is tough. Or he could go 1, 2, try and attack the specialist, and then make a move over here to try and escape, maybe. Okay. So let's go 1. We're going to activate Brother Artellus. So 1, 2, attack action. Targeting the specialist, the champion rather. Actually, the specialist. A 2 misses. Third action, attack the specialist again. 2 misses. Oh my good grief. So he has a free action that he could give to himself to either move away. Let's have him move 1 space away as his last action, which that was a total fail. He's going to have people closing in on him. Oh my goodness. And each Chaos Cultist makes 2 moves, which means 1, 2, 1, 2. So he's going to take 2 attacks. 1, 2. Actually, you can choose the order. Oh no, it doesn't matter. He has to go in that space. 1, 2. This is going to be bad. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So here's 2 attacks coming to Sergeant Artellus. 2 attacks coming to Brother Cicerin. Do we want to play a card? Man, this is going to be bad. This is going to be bad. Oof. I think we're going to go ahead and play the blind grenades. Each time a Chaos Cultist makes attack action, subtract 1 from their score. 2 attack actions are coming here. So that now becomes a 3 and a 1. So he's avoided those 2 attacks here, which is fantastic. And then 2 attack actions are coming here. Wow. It doesn't matter. 2 6s. Oh my goodness. 2 6s. That kills Brother Cicerin. Brother Cicerin is knocked out, unfortunately. Which means that these people are going to have to complete this task instead of Brother Cicerin. So wowzers. Okay. No one needs to respawn on the enemy side, so we'll just move it down to 13, and we will go ahead and activate Brother Ghislaine. So he will seal for 1, 2, 3, moving into this spot. It's a trap tile, has to roll. He rolled a 1, so he takes a wound. This is getting really bad really quickly. Now, everyone has now activated since this person is slain. So the bad guys will activate again. Everyone attacks. So this guy is taking 4 attacks. So we will go ahead and roll our 4 attacks and hope for low rolls. Wow, that is insane. 3 of those attacks have missed. All 4 of those attacks have missed Brother Artellus, which is crazy. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and activate Brother Artellus, get him to a more defendable spot. 1, 2, 3. He can give himself a free 4th action, so I'll go ahead and attack this person, although do I want to? Maybe I'll just give the free move to this guy because no one else is going to be spawning here, and I can pick where we spawned. We're obviously going to want to try and have people spawn on the left side so we can hopefully survive this. So let's see what happens here. 2 attack actions. Holy cow, I'm so glad that no one is there. Now, that being said, we do have to have 2 attack actions come here. We're hoping for less than 5. We have a 6 and a 2, so a 6 hits, giving this person only 1 health left. So we are just barely hanging by on a thread here. So now we don't do any respawning because no one got knocked out on the battlefield as far as the cultists are concerned. So we're counting down to 12. And now it has to be Brother Ghislaine that activates because Brother Artellus activated last time. So he can go 1, 2, 3, move in and slay this person with his special ability. So this is great because now we're in a situation where we could potentially do this. Let's see what happens with the enemies first. Closing in. Everybody moves 1. This is bad news. This is bad news, bears. So there can't be more than 3 Chaos Cultists on a tile. And there can't be more than 2 Space Marines on the same tile. So no more Chaos Cultists can move in on that tile, which is thankfully. But now what it means is we're going to have a really hard time getting back to the elevator once we seal this off. Now, that being said, both of our Space Marines have activated now, so on the next turn we could activate this guy right away. First we need to respawn, so this is sealed, this is blocked, so we'll pick this space. You move in here. And now we count down to 11. So now the challenge is going to be getting back to the elevator. Basically, what's going to happen is first action, we will activate Brother Ghislaine. First action, Brother Ghislaine activates. He seals the last thing that we need to seal, which is good. But now we have to make it back to the elevator to win. So what we will do is we will second action, third action, move here and see what all of these Chaos Cultists do. Ambush, remove the Chaos Cultist that is farthest from any Space Marine on the battlefield, that is obviously this one, and place it adjacent to a surviving Space Marine. We will place them right here. That Chaos Cultist makes 1 attack action. What is going to happen here? They don't hit. Fantastic. Okay, so So I believe we're down to 10, right? Or did I? Okay. Let's see here. Now, Sergeant Artellus has to activate. So what we could do, move, I guess we could attack first. I think, honestly, we just want to move, right? So 1, 2, 3, and try and clear out some of these nasty enemies. So 3, let's go for the heavy gunner. Oh my gosh, a 1. He gets a freebie action, so 4th action, going for the heavy gunner again. 5, he hit him that time, so this person gets knocked out. But now the Chaos Cultists have to activate again. So let's see here. What happens? This person is activated. So each Chaos Cultist makes 2 attack actions. So 2 attack actions coming towards Brother Artellus. If he makes it out of this, it's a miracle. Wow, he missed. They missed. He survives another day. So we're down to 9 turns left. Let's see what happens. We can pick either person to activate now. So with 3 successful attack actions, Brother Artellus could move here, I guess. Let's see if we can do that. We'll go ahead and activate Brother Artellus and try and attack the Grenadier Specialist person first. Looking for a 3. That's a 6. Get out of town. Oh, sorry. We didn't respawn this guy. This person needs to respawn there. Okay, sorry. This person is knocked out. Now, with 2 successful attack actions, we could knock out this champion. We'd have to wound them first and then knock them out. Wound? Yes. Knockout? No. All right, so this person is wounded. Okay, so now we see what happens again. Closing in, everybody moves. Fantastic. All right, 1, 2, can't move, moves, can't move, so they attack on a 1. They survived that. Okay. So let's see here. Respawn, we'll say you respawn here. We're now down to 8 turns. Man, this is really tough. Okay, so Brother Ghislaine now activates. Brother Ghislaine will move 1, try and attack for 2 the champion. 3 hits, this champion's gone. attack for 3, and let's just attack somebody in here. A 2 will not do it, unfortunately, so we're still kind of at a logjam here. So let's see what happens now on these people's activation. Ambush! Remove the Chaos Cultist that is farthest from... Oh my goodness, that is bad. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Of course, it's the Grenadier. The Grenadier specialist is really bad because whenever the specialist makes an attack action, they roll an attack for each person, each Space Marine on the same tile. So we're taking 2 potential attacks, and a 4 does not hit, just barely. We escaped that one. Okay, so both people have activated now. I think what we want to do is see if... I think we want to activate with Brother Ghislaine again first, because he has the free move in and knock out a person. Although we need to respawn. Okay, respawn, count down to 7. I gotta remember how the steps of the game go. Okay, so let's see here. We are going to activate Brother Ghislaine. We're just living on a prayer here. Attack action for 1, hopefully knocking out one of these peeps. Got him. Sweet. Okay, somebody gets knocked out. Second action, move in here. Slain because of his Hammer of Wrath. And then go ahead and move into the elevator for 3. Hopefully, this next turn we can win. First, we got to see who gets attacked. Oh my goodness. Each Chaos Cultist makes 1 move action and 1 attack action. So, 1 move action, 1 attack action. 5 hits. This person is slain. So this means I think we win because this person is on the elevator and we have done the thing that we're supposed to do. I don't know if we need to resolve the rest of these attacks. So let's say move 1, move 1, move 1. Just to be fair, let's see what happens if we move 1 and this person attacks us on the elevator. 3, we survive. We have won the first scenario where all you need to do is just escape. With 1 person left, with 1 health left. Oh my gosh, this is so hard. All right, so what that means is we remove all of the wounds from people who survived. Anyone who is slain will start the next scenario on the tile as well, but they'll start wounded. So we will have all 3 characters for next scenario, but they will each have a wound. So we'll see how that goes. Hopefully we will be able to complete mission 2, because this was really tough, and we're down, good grief, 4 war gear cards. So we've already used a good bit of those war gear cards trying to complete this mission. And we didn't even have to deal with any pitfall tiles or anything like that, where we had to use 2 move actions to get through them. Yeah, that was tough. Okay, hopefully y'all enjoyed this, and then I'll go ahead and set up scenario 2, and we'll see if we can play through it. All right, thanks so much for watching, everybody. Hopefully that was enjoyable. I'm going to try and record the next 2 scenarios, and then that way you'll get to see how a whole campaign would play out.